We start off here at the first with a par 4, 414 yards. Frank, what's the key to playing this hole?
You could hit driver or 3-wood down there. Their only real concern, that bunker a long way down the left side. 3-wood would never reach that. And just a short iron in to a relatively flat green.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that. Safely on the dance floor.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Even par early on. Here at the par 3 second hole, just about 170 yards.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. This is one of the game's most talented young players, Patrick Rodgers, now for birdie. Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Frank, chance to go for the green in 2 here at the third?
There is, but you can also use the terrain, which will kick the ball towards the left. So if you haven't hit the best of tee shots, still land that ball to the right and let it feed on.
Not quite where he was aiming. That one far to the left, but still on the green. This is a cross-country special. On the way. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
Yeah, Devil's Cauldron, just get to the front of the tee there, get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. Of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green, just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at them, not swim in them. Certainly not fish golf balls out.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that. Second shot.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers, first one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, you should be able to aim at that and not reach it.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Now, Patrick Rodgers on the approach shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Patrick Rodgers putt for birdie. Good putt, now at -3. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow net. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
This can be a cruel game at times. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And he makes it for par. Now to the long par 5 7th hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. Bust one up the tee there. Well, actually it is. You're going to need 2 of your best if you want to reach this par 5 and 2. So, start with a good one.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's at sneaky distance.
I don't know, maybe lifted right there, just sort of peaked. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Terrific young talent, Patrick Rodgers, trying to make birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s, and 3 par 4s. This one, not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one, you have to be a little bit careful, though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Frank, this is a golf course where if you were caddying for a player, you might remind them to stop and
smell the roses.
And smell the roses. Take it all in, right? I mean, it's that kind of a golf course.
Yeah, we play a lot of sterile venues now, I think is the best way to put it, 7,500 yards plus, and we don't get to smell the roses. So you come up here, it's a long trip. You know, it takes you a while to get here, that's for sure. Flying to Calgary, drive up here. It's known as a scenic area with the ice fields, but you get to sort of embrace nature and realize it's an outdoor game, and that's one of the benefits of it.
You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's